What's up, YouTube? Today I got this 2007 Toyota Highlander with the 3.3 liter V6. Customers complaining of a misfire. I've already diagnosed this. We got a bad coil in cylinder 2, which is up front. It's number 246 in the front, 135 in the back. Anyways, he hasn't done a tune-up either, so we're going to be replacing the spark plugs as well in one coil. I'm going to show you how to do this. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm going to make videos like this and make your life easier. Let's get started. Let me get y'all a little light here. Somewhere around here we can see what we're doing. Alright, first thing we're going to do is take this little cover off the front, and you're going to be using a 5mm Allen head socket, and you can use a Torx on it too. Let's figure out what size. This is a T27. T27 is a little too big. I do this so I can show you alternatives to sockets you might not have. It's probably going to be like a T30. Let's try T30. T30 fits pretty snug. So you can use a T32, but this is to show you it's possible. We're going to do it. Not everybody has Allen sockets, but some people have Torx sockets. So either 5mm Allen or T30 Torx. The T30 Torx just acts like a 12-point socket. Just pull up on your cover, set that away. Alright, now the first thing we're going to do is take out these 3 coils on the front. The hard part's going to be the back coils, because you got to take the intake off. I'm going to show you how to do that. See if we can pull these coils out without unplugging them. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, depending on the vehicle. The first 2, yeah, you can get all 3 out. Awesome. Because those Toyota connectors, if you've seen previous videos, they like to break. Oh yeah, these are definitely shot. Look at all that corrosion. And the tip, how worn out it is. Alright. Now, the fun part. Part that is the reason why I'm making this video for y'all. So let's unplug all our little vacuum hoses out of our way. We're gonna get this air filter out of our way as well. Unclip your clips. Grab you a 10mm. Loosen your clamp. Just take off this hose. Squeeze your clamp back. Just wiggle it back and forth while you're pulling. Just kind of lean that out of our way there. I'll take you a pair of needle nose pliers of some sort. These will work. Gonna slide that hose off too. Now unplug your mass airflow sensor. this boot probably hasn't been off in a while, so it's probably going to fight me a little bit. I'm going to take off. If you notice, the yellow goes on the yellow. The white goes down below it. So let's see if we can get this broken loose from that part first. A little air filter out of the way. Note the position of that because it only goes one way. So don't want to damage this boot if we can help it, because these boots get brittle and hard and they will tear. So let's see. Big pair of channel locks here. Break the seal of this bad boy. Whew, it's on there, boy. It's going. There we go. We didn't damage it. Alright. Now, just kind of get these vacuum hoses out of your way. Now, if unsure, you can take some white out or something, make your little marks. You're going to take all these little solenoids, bracket assembly out of the way, your 10mm bolts right here. Okay, now pull your vacuum hose off that vacuum actuator right there. Unplug your solenoids. Alright. Try to pull this connector out without breaking it if you can. Alright, now pull it off your throttle body. And we can get that completely out of our way, y'all. Okay, next I'm going to take this ground wire off. Kind of lean out of your way. Put your bolt back on a couple turns. Alright. Kind of get that out of my way. Take off the support bracket. Alright, just gonna set that up out of there. Alright, to avoid, I can't talk today, sorry, pulling these coolant hoses off and losing the antifreeze, we're going to pull these four 12mm bolts off, pull the throttle body assembly out of our way. Let's see. Number 12. Let's see. First thing we're going to do is pull the front throttle body off. We might be able to get around that rear throttle spacer. It's been a while since I've tuned one of these up, so just bear with me here. but I've done my share of these tune-ups over the years. All different generations, even the older ones with the metal intake, which are your 3.0 liters. They're all pretty similar in design. Alright. Now, you can just kind of lean that out of your way as well. And there's a support bracket back here. There's one right there. It's a 12 millimeter. Nice long mountain wrench here. That loose. See if I can get in there with my electric ratchet, y'all. Success. Alright. Now I'm going to pull this throttle spacer out of my way. Give us more room to the back side of this intake. Retrieve all your bolts. Put them in a safe spot. We got one more in the bottom down here, right there. They're all the same length, so you can't mix them up. Now, lean that out of your way as well. Just push your gasket back in there. You can reuse that gasket. Alright, now we're getting somewhere, y'all. And there's another support bracket right there on the back. And let me lose this jacket. It's starting to warm up a little bit. And that's a 12 as well, so I'm going to grab a shorter ratchet here because that easy red might be a little too much. These are fun, y'all. Come on, baby, get on there. Let's see. Ooh, they tighten those good and tight. Let's see. A couple of them going the right way. Oh, wow. That is tight. I got it though. And we ain't got no ratchet, electric ratchet back there. Okay. Now maybe I can get my finger back there. Come on, baby. Oh, it fell, but I heard it hit the floor. So we good. Alright. Now, and we got another one back there. That the power steering line connects to. Let's see if we can get the easy red on that guy. Mountain / easy red. Alright, sorry y'all, my camera died for a minute, so let's start off where my camera left off. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this bar off right here. It's going to be a 14 millimeter. Grab you a pair of nose pliers and get your little wire harness out of your way. Just like that. Oh, I took out the wrong bolt. Let's put that one back on. Out of your way so we can lift that intake off. Gonna lean that to the side there. If you want to take it completely off, you just push back on this tab and pull the fuse box up, but there's no need for that. Alright, now on the back side, there's one more support bracket. Grab your 14 wherever it might be here. Counterclockwise loosen this bolt back here. And I usually try to loosen it just enough where I can get my 2 fingers back there and take it the rest of the way out. Yeah, I apologize about that. I forgot to charge my camera last night. But I've been waiting for parts, so it's no big deal. I'm still waiting for that one coil on number 2, so hopefully it'll show up while I'm doing the back side here. Now you're going to take 2 options here. You can either take a 6 millimeter or 8 millimeter, my bad, Allen head, or you can use a T55 or a 50, I think. Yeah, a T50 you can use on these 2. And I'm going to use a T50 just to show you it's possible. See that? Alright. Now you're going to have 2 14 millimeters on the corners right here. Okay, now this should come right up and out of our way. Might push back on that bracket back there a little bit. Get this piece out of your way. that. And you can lean that bad boy to the side. Put a little PCV hose off. You don't even have to squeeze the clamps to pull it off. In most cases, you know, we got the 310s back there. And let me guess, my 10 walked away from me. Of course it did. There it is. Put those over there with the other coil bolts. Now let's see if we can pull these out without unplugging them. That one, we're good. That one. And that one too. Look at that. All three of them. I'm gonna have to unplug that number 2. I'm changing it, so yeah, of course it snapped. That's why I try not to unplug them, but that's alright. I'll put a little RTV on that just to keep it in place. Now grab your 5/8. I have a little 1-inch extension just stack on top of there to give me a little more room. Alright. Okay, now I've already got my plugs. I'm changing this intake gasket too. The upper intake plenum. It's a good idea to change it when you got it off so you don't have any vacuum leaks. I've reused them before. Most of the time it'll work, but I hate to get it all back together and then I have a lean code. Just make sure you match your plugs up. You're going to be using NGK Iridiums, which is the best plugs, or Denso. Denso makes good plugs too. I'm gonna go ahead and slide them. We'll just slide all of them in. Front too. And we'll finish the front up whenever we get our coil, hopefully while I'm doing this video. Alright. Now, as we always do, twist them a couple turns by hand. Just snug them down. Alright. Okay. Grab your 3 bolts. Yeah, gotta find the hole, boys. Don't give up. All right. Now, I'm gonna flip her up, pull this old gasket out. Now, generally, if the gasket's not, let me show you. If it's still sticking out a little bit and not too shrunk, it might reseal. But it's like 20 bucks versus having to pull the car all back apart. Little notches stick out, little cutouts right there. Push it until it's completely seated. Alright. Now, don't forget your PCV hose. I'm going to put on the intake first. It's easier to get to. Slide it over. PCV valve. Before you go locking this down, you might want to try to start your bracket, support bracket bolts. That way you have a little bit of wiggle room. Get in there. Alright, yeah. That way you can wiggle the intake around. And almost thread it all the way down by hand. Don't tighten it yet. Tighten it after you tighten the intake down. Alright. Now we're going to do the same over here on this bracket bolt. Okay, now that those are started, Now I'm going to start running down these bolts on the intake first. Let me check this back bolt back here. I wasn't sure if it was started or not. Yeah, it is. I'm just going to run it down as far as I can with my fingers. That way we only got to wrench it a little bit. Okay. Now the 214s right there. Alright. Now we can tighten those support brackets down. It's a little easier on the cars with this engine, with the cameras. See if I can get this right. Okay, that one's tight. Now, I use a rubber 12 on that one, but let's see if I can get my easy red. We don't have to tighten it much. Slide the spacer on. Big bolts. There's 4 of those. Goes like that. Where'd that nut go? Figure that out in a minute. Just went somewhere. So. Let's put this bolt back in. I should have done that before I put the throttle blade back on, but that's alright. I'm on it. Yeah. I should have just done that. Whatever. Don't want to lose that. That one is a 14. Get in there. All right. Throttle body back in. Make sure it clicks. Alright. Right here. Now, I don't remember where that damn bolt went. Goes right there. I don't remember hearing it fall. Guess I'll be digging one of those up. My spare drawer. No big deal. Grab all your solenoids. This one goes up and under. No, well, let's hope I turn it the right way. Let's see. Right. switch that on before I forget. Get my socket back. Get on there. Really? Okay, push that on. All right. And seat that on. So that hose split. We're gonna have to fix that hose, y'all. That always happens on these. Unfortunately, they get brittle. Anyways, I'm going to stop right here because I'm still waiting for my coil to come. I'll just tighten these 3 plugs down, put your intake boot back on. I'm going to dig up a bolt for that because it just magically walked it away, but that happens. You've been doing this long enough, you know, it just happens. Just like 10 millimeters disappear. Anyways, I got y'all off and running. We did the hard part together. Just finished up these 3 plugs. I'm going to change that 1 coil, start up, check. Reset the check engine light, take her for a good test drive, make sure the misfire is gone, and that's how we do it, y'all. Took up enough of y'all's time. I hope y'all like this video. Y'all please subscribe. Y'all have a good day. Check light. Peace out, YouTube.